All right, Internet, how you doing today? We're going to talk about elevation on a topographical map. In your topographical map, you've usually got a series of squiggly brown lines. What those brown lines depict is elevation above sea level. Now, the distance between the individual contour lines is depicted in your map's key. I don't have one of those down here because this is a hand-drawn map. But usually, like a military map, it is 20 meters from contour line to contour line. Or some of the, like the quad maps, the 7.5s are usually 20 feet. So that's a big difference. 20 meters is between 65 and 70 feet. And that's, over 3 times what you'd find on like a 7.5 series map. Usually you'll have the maps depict every 5th line will be darker. And that'd be your, like, on a military map, it'd be 1,100 meters, 1,200 meters, 1,300 meters. Or your 7.5, it would be 1,100 feet, 1,200 feet, 1,300 feet. Because this is hand-drawn, it's not completely perfect, but try and bear with me here. 1,100 feet following this dark contour line around. And then you can have the ground go up, and this is supposed to be a dark one coming again. So this didn't jump automatically to 1,200 feet. It meant that the ground rose, and then that this sunk back down. You would have that in a place where you'd have, pretending that this is a earthen berm holding the water back into a pond. But normally when you'd count in your increments of 20. So let's say this is a 7.5 series, and it's 20 feet in between. So you'd have 1,100, 1,120, 1,140, 1,160, 1,180, 1,200 feet. Continuing onward and all the way up. For your hilltops, the way that we always would measure them, if it's an unsurveyed hilltop, you would use half the distance of your contour interval. So this hilltop here, we've got 1,200. So 20 more feet, 1,220 to that contour interval. Half of our interval of 20 is 10. So we would add 10 to our 1,220. So 1,230 is the approximate elevation of this hilltop. If you had a surveyed hilltop, it would usually be marked with an X. And then there'd be a very specific number next to it saying that this hilltop is surveyed, or they took surveying equipment and measured the distance. So you'd have 12, 20, 40, 12, 20, 1240, 1260, 1280. So this would be between 1280 and 1,300 feet. So you might have a number next to it like 1,292 or whatever number they actually surveyed it at. On your contour lines, the closer they are together on this flat map, the steeper your elevation is going to be. And the further apart they are, the flatter. So it's going to take, like, let's say that the distance of this marker is 500 feet. If it's 500 feet and I go here and we've crossed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 contour lines, 160 feet or meters, versus we take the same marker and we put it here at 500 feet, and we've only gained 20 feet of elevation. That's because we've only crossed one contour line. This would be flat, easy ground to walk on. It'd be very difficult because it's going to be a very steep incline. Paying attention to how steep your ground is, or how close together your contour intervals are, will help you do some route planning. If I'm trying to get to the top of this hill here, it would make sense to go up, a ridge line over this way versus coming straight up this ridge line, because this is going to be very steep walking. I hope that helps. If you got any questions, let me know in the comments. Thanks. Bye.